Hi there, my name's Dr. Jenny Moe. I'm the owner and therapist behind Dog on Wheels, and I'm going to put together a quad cart for you today to show you how it's done. So this cart is for a larger dog, a large German Shepherd, or the most recent user of this cart was a very large boxer. And what you're going to get in your box is, I'll show you all the different parts. You're going to get two sets of instructions. We're working on updating these. So as of October 2023, this is what you'll see. There's going to be the rear wheel instructions. So there's about 10 pages of that just gives you information as if it was a rear wheel cart. And then another 2-page insert that looks like this, that's going to show you first how to assemble everything, and then some suggestions on how to get your dog in and out of the quad cart. I've started including a little quick start guide that looks like this. And note, it is for a rear wheel cart, but it's going to tell you at least how to set up the rear of your cart, how many holes should be showing on the legs and the top. And that will say, instead of the top bar, it'll be, or for the sidearms, it'll be for the top bar, where to put your wheels. And then on the back of it, there's just some quick tips of, what to do if you want to wash your harnesses, reminder to check your nuts and bolts weekly, or not weekly, at least monthly. So those are the instructions that will come with. You will also get all the soft goods, the harnesses, which will clip in. You'll have a front harness, or sorry, this is a rear harness. So this is a female rear harness. You have your belly strap and a front harness, which is going to have 2 leg holes. The front and the rear harnesses for medium to large dogs are going to have additional handles on them to help you be able to lift them in and out of the cart, and your stirrups. So those are the standard. All of these options are customizable. So if you have some specific circumstances, such as an amputee may have one less leg hole and maybe an additional pocket to help support the pelvis, or if we have specific anatomical needs, just reach out and let us know it, because everything is handmade and can be customized. All right, so what you will need 2 wrenches. There are more technical ones, but the very basic, adjustable wrenches, you're going to need 2. If you have a little electric screwdriver, that's great. It's going to make your life a little bit easier. Otherwise, you will need a flathead screwdriver and a Phillips screwdriver. And that should be it. If your quad cart is little, this video isn't really going to pertain to that. It includes a small Allen wrench for the tiny wheels. All right, so all the different parts of the quad cart. We've got the bottom of our rear end. We've got some cattle dogs walking around. The top of our rear end. And then we have 2 side rails. Again, this is for a medium to large quad cart to extra large. And I have this about as fully disassembled as you will get it. These are part of the top rails for the front extensions. So each side, got 2 of those. You've got your little bull horns that are going to go on the ends of those. And our top crossbar. This is very important. You need to have this on for stability for your all sizes, but definitely the medium to large carts. Otherwise, your frame may bend with the weight of the dog over time, and that's not going to be covered under your warranty. So you're going to get bolts for your axles, and finally, your front wheel extensions. All right, the wheels almost always will be installed already on there. Alrighty, so let's get to putting this together. I would recommend that you build the rear of your cart first. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to put the top onto the rear here. So I have it facing me. This bar is the back end. So I'm going to, let's see. Don't know if I have all of my screws included. Hopefully, this is a donated back cart, so hopefully I've got all the screws and nuts that I need. All right, so we're going to line that up and shimmy it down. I don't recall where exactly they had this for this pup, so I'm just gonna line it up and put some screws in. If you have screws already on your cart, if things are already partially assembled, please make note that these are only what we call finger tight. They're not completely tight, so that it's easier for you to make adjustments if you need to. So when you get this all adjusted for your dogs, please, and or whichever kind of animal, we've made these for sheeps and pigs and all kinds of different animals, please make sure that you go through and tighten these all the way. And it's good to check it about monthly. I'm gonna have some helpers here. This is Umi. I'm gonna put, he thinks I have treats, but I don't. I don't. Okay. So we've got our top on our bottom. I'm going to put the wheels on. So I'm gonna flip it upside down here. I'm gonna start out just putting it in the rear. Again, your little quick start card will tell you where we suggest, based on your dog's measurements, where they should go. And I brought my shoe in case. This is how I very technically do this if I'm doing it on my own. You could use a rubber mallet to do this. I'm just going to use my foot to push that all the way through. And then put your spacer on. And we're going to grab our rear wheel, line that up, find where did the nut go. Are you standing on it? This is the trouble of doing this on a shag carpet. Well, we will find it in a second. All right, my second one, there it is. Got our nut. All right, other side. So this is going from the inside. Your bolt's going to be flush with the block here. Push it through. And your spacer goes on the outside, and then the wheel. So the spacer is going to make sure that your wheel spins freely. And again, I'm not going to go through, I will tighten one of these just to show you. So this is where you need your 2 wrenches. All right, so I want to make sure that this is tight enough that there's no wobble left on the wheel. Right now it's wobbly. That's fine for your fitting, but you want to make sure that you tighten it so otherwise your nut doesn't fall off. Okay. So I'm going to make sure I tighten this enough. Let's see if I don't drop a wrench. Okay, there we go. So my wheel spins freely, but there's no wobble. What do you think? One more half turn? This is Bondi. There we go. Nice spin, no wobble. Alrighty. So we've got our rear cart built. And now what we're gonna do is turn it over. And we're gonna start adding. So again, if you're getting this straight from us, all these parts will be labeled left and right. If you happen to be getting this secondhand from somebody else and you're not so lucky to have everything labeled, you will know the outside of all the parts, the buckles are always on the outside and the hose clamps point to the outside. So this would tell me that this is the right side because the buckles are on the right side. So this is going to go, if you're getting this from us also, the screws and the nuts will be already on the cart here. So I'm going to take those off. Okay, keep track of those. So again, this was the right front extension, top bar. I'm gonna shuffle that all the way in, line up my hole. There we go. And I'm gonna get my screw in there. I'll just get it started, and here's where your electric screwdriver is gonna help you out, or drill. And again, I'll just put this on here, just finger tight for now, in case you need to make any adjustments. All right, I'll go ahead and just continue building the right side here. So my bullhorn here, the bullhorns are typically going to face up and away. So again, I'm going to know that this is my right bullhorn because the buckle's on the right side. All right, I'm going to take my screw and my nut out. There should just be one. So the bullhorn, the purpose of this is so that your dog's face is not right near a blunt end of a bar. If it turns out that the bullhorn kind of gets in your way, you could always swap these so that it winds up facing down in a way. That's an option. Or you can take this buckle off, slide it on here. You need 2 buckles here for the front harness. And you could always put a little rubber, like chuck it ball or tennis ball over the end, like we do with human walkers, in case the bullhorn just winds up kind of being in the way. You're welcome to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna line up my hole, pop my screw in, finish it with my electric screwdriver. All right, put my lock nut on here. Okay, and then I'm left with my leg extension. Okay, taking out my screw in the nut. All right, so to tell right and left wheels if they are not labeled, this wheel, the leg is going to flare out and away. So honestly, it may not matter which is the right and the left here. I'm not completely sure. As long as your leg is going out and away, then that's what we're looking for. So it's not in your dog's path. Okay, got my screw in. All right, I'm gonna add the side rails on last. So let me do the left side of the cart here. Kind of this way so you can still see what I'm up to. All right, let me hold on to it with my legs. All right, so I've got, what do we got left here? My screw and my nut for that are right here. All right, my front extension is gonna go into the rear cart there. I'm gonna have to get up now. Line up my holes. And again, I'm just defaulting to no hole showing, meaning I have this all the way in. Your card will again give you suggestions on whether no holes, 1 hole, etc. should be showing here, and same thing for on your leg post. Okay. And I'm going to put the leg on next. taking off my nut so I could put the screw in. All right. There we go. Line up my leg holes. Okay. Got my nut. Alrighty. So, last one. Put my bullhorn on. Again, it's up and away and the buckle's on the left. Line up my holes and put in my screw. Alrighty. We've got that, and then our last, we can go ahead and put on the top bar and then we'll get to that. So the top bar is going to slide into these posts. Line up your holes, and I'll back up the camera so you can see the full thing in a minute. Okay, these little toggle pins right here, these are going to go in just like that. For the most part, you're going to be clipping your dog in from underneath, so you may not ever really need to be taking this bar on and off a whole lot, depending on whether you're transporting your quad cart as a whole in the car or whatnot. All right, so our last pieces, these are our side rails. They do come in 2 pieces to be adjustable in length, but for the most part, they're going to be sent to you assembled. I don't think it really matters whether it goes either way, as long as you do it the same on both sides. All right, so let me bring our cart like this. So you're going to, there we go. Excuse me, babe. So you're going to line up the holes right here. We're going to use this screw and this bottom screw. So this is where your extra long my extra long screws are here. So actually, my extra long ones might need to be over there. So I'm just going to take this out. Those usually just pop right out. This one looks a little bit short. I think your longest screw is going to have to go for the back here. And again, hopefully these come already. If you're getting it from us, they're going to be sent to you with everything, the screws in the places they need to be. So you won't have to be guessing. But again, in case you wound up with a used cart and it wasn't labeled, I'm putting my longest screw back there because it has to go through 2 bars. All right, and then my shorter one can come through here. So typically we put the round side of the screw towards the dog's body, the animal's body. So all your nuts should ideally be on the outside. Alrighty, so I just need to find another nut. Here we go. Screw seems extra long. Alrighty. So let's just put the bar on the other side. So now we've got stability for the side of our frame, and our wheels are not going to go out side to side. Okay, I'm just using my longer screw here. All right. Longer screw, lining up. All right, I've got my other screw through. Here we go. Almost there. And another one there. There we go. Could have been that somebody had a missing screw. I'm not sure. This one is much longer than all the others, so that's not normal. So we should have a fair amount. There's wiggle in the cart right now because the screws are not all tight. Once they are all tight, then you will have a nice, stable, non-wiggly cart. And also the weight of your dog, your pet, will help stabilize the cart. All right, so the harnesses are going to clip in your labels. There's labels on the right side of your harnesses, so that will help you remember. So here's our front harness. The front harness is pretty symmetrical. We've got 2 holes for the legs, front legs, and you have additional strapping for stability. So again, generally the label is on the right. So that's going to clip in just like this, and we'll do a separate video of how to get a dog into and out of the quad cart, or pet. I keep saying pet because not everybody has dogs. We have extra buckles here because we actually, for this dog, I used a Roughwear Webmaster harness and sewed additional buckles on. So that's why we've got a random buckle there. But here would be our belly strap and our front. And we've got this strap, additional strap on the harness. Just helps it stay on. So if you've put this on your pet ahead of time, that's basically going to help keep your pants from falling down. And then again, we've got our rear saddle. This is for a female. Again, because there's only a cutout in the back, there's no cutout for the front. So this is our rear saddle. Our males, of course, will have cutouts both the front and the back. You can wash your harnesses in the washing machine. Just please don't put them in the dryer. And we recommend washing them at least weekly. All right, so we've got that, our additional support straps. And then finally, on the rear of our cart here, we've got our little brackets to attach your stirrups. So just like so. Alrighty. So there we go. We've got one completed quad cart with some cattle dogs in between. All right, thanks, and don't be shy about contacting us. Call us or email us if you need additional help. All right, thanks and happy wheeling.